Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So I know I've been gone for a while and whatever. Trust me, I'm not quitting or anything. This is around the time when I'm starting to apply to high schools, I'm starting to get more homework, starting to prepare for the SSAT and ICE tests, having interviews and visits for schools, just so much stuff going on. I really can't be uploading right now. I have priorities. Uploading a video is not more important to me than getting into a good high school, which makes sense. But don't worry, I didn't forget about you guys. And I don't want to go into an in-depth explanation here, because I'm probably going to make a better video about the current state later. But for now, just enjoy this video. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, all of Team 7 went over to the training grounds, and, to nobody's surprise, Kakashi just happened to not be there. And beyond not happening to not be there, he also didn't arrive for the next 2 hours. So, that's something, but you already knew that. So, let's get into the actually interesting part. After Kakashi does arrive and he gives his lame excuse on why it was a black cat crossed my street or whatever he says, and Team 7 obviously doesn't buy it, but Kakashi's just either way, the build test starts now. And of course he explains the rules, but you guys already know the rules, so I'm not going to be bothered explaining it. And yeah, it starts. Now, in this scenario, Naruto is a bit more tactical. So at first, he goes into the bushes to formulate a plan. I mean, he had just been sitting there for 2 hours. Kakashi just arrived and said, okay, it starts. So he was kind of caught off guard and realized, okay, I gotta think of something. And obviously he's using his observation haki to keep track of where Kakashi's going, but after a while he realizes Kakashi's just staying exactly where he is. And after looking at him, he realized Kakashi's just reading a book. And so this kind of angers Naruto, I guess. Sorry. And makes him just feel disrespected, because he's getting disrespected by Kakashi, and that is something Naruto will not take whatsoever. So when Naruto sees that, he's just like, okay, I was planning on fighting you with my strategies or whatever, but if you're gonna do that, I'm just gonna run in and punish you for it. So that's exactly what Naruto tried to do, because as he ran in, Kakashi immediately reacted and just kind of went behind Naruto and punched him in the back, which caught Naruto off guard, but Naruto was adapting as Kakashi kept punching at Naruto, and after 30 seconds or so, Naruto had adapted pretty well to Kakashi's attacks using his observation haki, and was able to track what he was gonna do pretty well, right? He could pretty decently estimate a high amount of Kakashi's next move. Then he understood Kakashi's attack patterns, which Kakashi, taking note of this immediate adaptation to his fighting style, was wow, this kid is impressive. I've only ever seen high Jonin level people do something like that. He must have some sort of power. And this immediately reminded him of the Sharingan, which made him ponder for a second, thinking about the Sharingan. And at the same moment, he kind of paused, which Naruto took advantage of as he punched Kakashi straight in the gut, this time coating his hand in armament haki to boost the power of his punch. as Kakashi got flung backwards into the trees and then poofed into smoke, revealing just a log in his place. This shocked Naruto as he was confident he had just gotten Kakashi, but he hadn't. The real Kakashi was right behind him, about to use the 1,000 years of death technique, and he was about to stab his fingers up. Is stab the right word? Poke? Whatever. He was about to use the 1,000 years of death as a kunai flew in at Kakashi, forcing him to stop the attack. Otherwise, his hand would get cut in half by the kunai. This kunai was sent by none other than Sasuke as he stepped out the bushes and said, "If you think beating us is going to be that easy, you're mistaken. You've had your time to fight Naruto. Now, it's my turn." As he ran in straight at Kakashi, because his goal was not really to team up with Naruto, but he kind of just wanted to fight Kakashi for himself. And you guys might be like, why would he throw that kunai then? Because wouldn't he want Naruto to get hurt? Well, in Sasuke's mind, he saw this as an opportunity to kind of like, because Kakashi was in the middle of a move, and he was going to intercept that move and hit him with the kunai. So that was his original plan, but of course, Kakashi was able to, I guess, escape that plan, that kunai, to be more specific. So now it was 2-on-1, Naruto and Sasuke versus Kakashi, which meant Sasuke ran straight in at Kakashi, going straight for the hand-to-hand combat, which he had been watching Naruto and Kakashi do for a while. So not only did he have somewhat of an idea of what Kakashi was doing, like not on Naruto's level, of course, but he it wasn't like he was fighting Kakashi for the first time. And also we know that in the original, Sasuke was able to fight with Kakashi for a good 5 minutes in the original. So here, once again, I'm assuming that Sasuke will be able to do something, especially if Naruto decides to attack Kakashi from the other side at the same time. And suddenly, Kakashi was getting attacked from both directions, which, well, he couldn't deal with. Not very easily, at least. He tried escaping, but, they just kept following him. And he realized, why am I running away from Genin? I should just be fighting them. This is just kind of humiliating for me. So he went back in eventually after, Naruto and Sasuke caught up with him, and they started fighting. Kakashi was pulling a bunch of tricks, like the headhunter jutsu. I think that's what it's called, the one where you pull the people underground. And he was trying to use the mud wall, which all worked in the short term, but it didn't get rid of the long-term threat of constantly being punched and kicked and sent kunais from all directions. And just as it seemed it couldn't get worse for Kakashi, Sakura decided, I guess since they're fighting, I should be helping my Sasuke-kun, with her Sakura voice and everything. And, she herself can't really do anything, but in this scenario, she does have a use, as she happened to have the high ground and decided, why don't I just jump on Kakashi and throw my shuriken and kunai. So first she started throwing all of her shuriken and kunai at Kakashi, which was a bad idea because it alerted Kakashi of her location, but also Kakashi was now getting sent even more kunai and shuriken, which meant he was dodging attacks from 3 people at the same time. And then Sakura proceeded to jump out of the tree, with a kunai trying to tackle Kakashi, which we all know is not the greatest idea, especially if Sakura is doing it. But what it is enough to do is give Sasuke and Naruto a little window of opportunity, as Kakashi sidesteps to, get out of Sakura's way. Naruto punches Kakashi into the air with an armament haki. Actually, no, kicks him into the air with an armament-covered kick. And Sasuke, taking advantage of this situation, starts weaving hand signs and says, "Fireball Jutsu!" as he sends a huge fireball into the air, since, well, Kakashi can't really dodge midair, right? That's obviously logical. And so, right as he's in the air, Sasuke sends his huge fireball jutsu, basically completely engulfing Kakashi in the fireball. Now, Kakashi, being a Jonin, of course, is able to somewhat get out of there in time, right? He's like, he gets out of there enough to not get any, permanent injuries or, anything fatal, right? But he also still gets hit with the attack, because, well, unless he had, flying Raijin or a substitution. Sorry, guys, my throat is a little sore, but yeah, unless he had something like a substitution or a flying Raijin mark, which, well, he didn't have, then he's not getting out of that one. So, after that happened, Kakashi admitted defeat and explained that the point of this entire thing was actually teamwork. So I just want to say, I finished recording the entirety of this video, and then another video as well, and then my audio decided to just go away, right? They just decided to nope, I'm gone. So what happened was I recorded the video, but my mic wasn't connected or something, and so the audio didn't actually record, which is very weird. But that did happen. So I am very frustrated right now, because I literally lost over 20 minutes of, a lot of footage. So, I'm kind of in a bad mood right now, but, whatever. Either way, Team 7 became an official team, and started doing a bunch of, boring missions, helping old ladies cross the street, or whatever, finding missing cats, that sort of stuff. So of course Team 7 did get bored of these boring missions, hence the name, and they asked, Naruto actually asked Hiruzen to see if they could maybe get a harder mission. And Hiruzen, seeing that they had Naruto, Sasuke, and Kakashi on the team, decided, okay, you know what, sure, you guys can get the C-rank mission to escort Tazuna. So, the next day, they all went and met up with Tazuna at the gate to escort him to the Land of Waves. Now you guys may be like, wait, what about the moment where they actually, met up, at the Hiruzen's office, and, Tazuna was drunk and everything? Look, I first of all, understand, I am in a very bad mood right now. I just lost a huge amount of footage that I spent so much recording. And also, I'm writing the story. I didn't want to go over that one particular interaction, so deal with it. And if you were not thinking that, well, sorry for the rant. But yeah, either way, Tazuna was kind of like, yo, these kids are a little small, I'm not sure they'll be able to do what I need them to do, but also he's like, well, I did kind of commit a crime of lying about the difficulty of the mission, so I kind of deserve it. Either way, they head off, and after a while they came across a puddle. Now, Kakashi, being the analytical person he is, he was like, so it hasn't rained in like the past 7 days, and it's like really hot outside, so there's obviously no way this could be a real puddle, so it's probably genjutsu or something. So he does his entire preparations. Meanwhile, Naruto uses his observation haki to detect that someone is there, and instead of, preparing like Kakashi does, he leaps to action. Not literally, but he takes out 3 kunai and shoots them straight into the puddle at the same time. Now, 2 of them hit one of the demon brothers, hitting one of the kunai hit him in the neck, and that's an instant kill. The other demon brother is also not so lucky, because he also gets hit by one of the kunai, and the kunai lodges itself straight into his shoulder at an angle so that he can't move one of his arms. So a one-armed demon brother jumps out of the, one demon brother with 2 arms but can only use 1 arm, jumps out of the puddle and attacks Team 7. You guys know how this goes. Team 7 basically destroys the demon brother, and, the demon brothers die. It's that simple. Either way, as they keep walking up the road, a bunch of mist comes in. And we all know this to be Zabuza, but Team 7 and Tazuna don't. And, when Kakashi does ask Tazuna about the mist, he just says, oh, well, don't worry, this is the land of, the hidden mist village after all, do you not expect to see mist? And, Team 7 accepts this explanation to be quite logical, but Kakashi still has, a suspicion that, maybe this might not just be mist, natural mist, because it's a bit too much. It's a bit too much mist to seem natural, and hypothesizes that it will actually be a genjutsu, in which his hypothesis would be correct, confirmed by a flying blade coming from the middle of nowhere. As Kakashi, realizing this, tells everyone to duck, and they do, barely not getting their head chopped off by Zabuza's executioner blade, as it lodges itself into a tree and Zabuza lands on it, and does his entire monologue being like, oh, I'm Zabuza, a demon of the mist, and you must be Kakashi, and Kakashi's like, yeah, I'm Kakashi, and you must be Zabuza, and they have their entire conversation, introducing each other to the viewer, but you, the viewer, already know who Zabuza and Kakashi is. Since you're watching this video, I'm assuming you've seen, the first couple episodes of Naruto, it's probably a safe assumption, so that happens. Kakashi and Zabuza have their whole fight, and Kakashi gets trapped in the water prison. Seeing their sensei get trapped in the water prison, the rest of Team 7 realize that they only have 2 options. One is to do what their sensei Kakashi is saying, which is to run and hide for their lives, and the other is to run in and try to save Kakashi. Which of the 2 options do you think they chose? Well, to you, this was an obvious question, because, of course they're not going to let Kakashi die. So, with that, Naruto and Sasuke run headfirst into battle and just charge straight in at Zabuza, with Naruto coming straight in with a kick, met by a simple dodge by Zabuza. And then Sasuke attempts to throw a couple kunai, but once again, Zabuza is just able to block them with his huge blade. And this time, Naruto covers his fist in armament haki and goes straight at Zabuza's guts with full strength, going at a speed so high that it catches Zabuza off guard and shocks him, because he would never expect this from a genin. And he's barely able to dodge in the nick of time that he has to react to Naruto's punch, but, he does dodge it. And, mostly, because it does get, hit him a little bit. And this hit also buys Sasuke enough time to charge up his finish the hand signs for his attack, but charge up sounds cooler. As Sasuke says, you can dodge that, but can you dodge this? As he says, fireball, jutsu, and he sends a huge fireball straight in Zabuza's direction. And Zabuza, realizing that if he doesn't get out of the way now, he will be completely engulfed in flames, decides to release the water prison and jump into the water to save himself. And now that Kakashi is freed, we all know how this goes. Kakashi ends up revealing his Sharingan and absolutely destroying Zabuza with faster and better jutsus than him. And yeah, that's what happens. Of course, Haku does come in, save Zabuza and whatever, but after that, all of them go to Tasuna's house. They haven't been to Tasuna's house so they can't go back to Tasuna's house. Sorry. Anyway, with that said, if the volume was a bit too high earlier, I apologize. If the volume was too low earlier, also I apologize. If the volume is too middle now, I also apologize. But I'm experimenting with mic positions. Yeah. Anyway, I did kind of cut the clip just to make sure that the audio files were saving correctly. After what happened last time, I'm kind of I'm not very happy. So whatever. Not the point right now. Not what you guys are here for. Team 7 has a pretty good dinner at Tasuna's house, and the next day they do their whole tree climbing exercise, or wall climbing on a tree exercise, chakra control exercise, whatever you want to call it. And they just continue to look around with Tasuna and wait for the bridge to be finished building. And I would love to say that nothing happens and Tasuna finishes the bridge peacefully and that's the end of the story, but that's not the end of the story. And Zabuza does arrive once again with the mist, but this time it's not just Zabuza, but the people who walk out of the mist are Zabuza and his apprentice Haku. And Sasuke and Naruto go in to fight Haku, while Kakashi stays behind to fight Zabuza. Now, I don't really need to cover Kakashi and Zabuza's battle because that stays the same, but Haku, Naruto, and Sasuke's battle changes. It first starts with hand-to-hand, like all battles always do in Naruto, and, well, it escalates pretty quickly. Realizing that Haku can't just keep going like this forever because Naruto is pretty strong and has an insane amount of stamina, and Sasuke is able to make up for Naruto's lack of IQ, so they make a pretty good duo. And Haku, realizing that he kinda has to, pulls out his trump card, the ice mirrors, and getting surrounded by ice mirrors, at first Sasuke and Naruto think they can just break out, but after about a minute of trying, they realize they're stuck in there. And this is when Haku steps into the mirrors, appearing in all the mirrors at once, and starts his omnidirectional Senbon attacks, which sounds really cool to say, but is also a really cool attack. And these Senbon are coming from everywhere. So, in their normal state, Naruto and Sasuke, neither of them can dodge all of the Senbon. But Naruto is able to adapt. He uses his observation haki to sense the, try to sense what's going on, sense the Senbon, whatever, and also tries to cover his body in armament haki to block the Senbon, because I'm pretty sure he can just do that, right? Just block the Senbon with armament haki. And you guys are thinking, oh, well, then he's immune to Senbon. No, he is not, because he does not know full body armament, and I don't think I'll ever make him use full body armament, because it's absolutely useless unless you're being attacked from all sides by Senbon, by Haku, who's using the Ice Mirror Jutsu, which is a highly specific example that only happens once, so it's not worth giving Naruto a random power-up. I wouldn't even call it a power-up, a random ability for. So yeah, Naruto is able to dodge pretty well, though. Dodge/block. And Sasuke also ends up awakening his Sharingan, so he is also able to adapt to the situation. And Haku, realizing that they're able to dodge them pretty well, uses his final attack, as he sends triple the amount of Senbon in half the amount of time, and sends all of them targeted to Naruto. Because, well, Sasuke was doing a little bit better dodging at the moment, so Haku decided to target their weakness. And Sasuke, seeing that Naruto would not be able to dodge all of them, stepped in the way, sacrificing himself so that Naruto could keep fighting. And then, after getting hit by all the Senbon at once, he collapsed. Naruto, seeing Sasuke's seemingly dead body on the floor, suddenly just stopped breathing, right? Like, he was this energetic person earlier. Now it's like you flick the light switch, turn the light off, as a totally different aura starts emanating off of Naruto, as he just stands still for a moment. His breathing gets heavier and heavier, and the aura gets stronger and stronger. And Naruto looks in Haku's direction and says, "You killed Sasuke, and now I will kill you," as he lets out a burst of Conqueror's haki and rushes in at Haku, which, first of all, Haku's petrified by this burst of Conqueror's haki. Haku has never seen anything like it. And also, now Naruto's in an enraged state, is gonna kill Haku. So, after destroying the ice mirrors, Naruto continues to pummel Haku into the ground with his armament haki covered fists, constantly punching Haku over and over and over until Haku's face isn't even recognizable, just a pile of mostly flesh, blood, and bones. And at this moment, he also turns around to see Kakashi dealing the final blow to Zabuza. After calming down for a moment, he runs back to Sasuke to check if he's alright. And Sasuke opens his eyes as Naruto's like, "Sasuke, you're alive." And Sasuke says, "Yeah, you didn't expect me to die that easily, did you? Still have to kill Itachi. Can't die yet." And Naruto just smiles, and it's all around just a really great moment. The enemy has been defeated, or so you would think, because then this man Gato arrives with his 100 or so mercenaries. It's like, "If you don't get off this bridge right now, I will have to kill you all with my 100 absolutely useless mercenaries. I am the great Gato. You must fear me." And yeah, he gets ignored. Naruto and Kakashi absolutely destroy this man Gato. And yeah, it's that simple. That's all there is to it. Gato dies. Anyways, that's all for today's video. So yeah, again, sorry I haven't been uploading in a while. It is how it is. But I'm back to uploading, don't worry. There is good news. I'm gonna upload a video on this tomorrow or the day after. And yeah, so see you guys next time. Bye.